Howdy, y'all. So on the next episode of Ricky's Big World, we gonna spill all the tea. So she climbs herself out of the sewer, ripped her dress, hair all toe up.
Back in the pizza world caverns, behind the test ovens, and in reality next to the bathrooms, it's Ricky's Big World.
Hi, and welcome to another edition of Ricky's Big World.
I got my own.
You got your... He threw another crouton at somebody. That's the problem I have with this whole situation. Another crouton. In fact, look at it. Y'all see that? Another crouton.
That'll have to be a special behind the scenes
It looks
social
delicious, too,
media
and I can't
thing.
eat it.
So I caught it on my phone, but not on.
All right. Let me show you the salad that he gave me, right? It's a Grecian. It's a who? Grecian. Grecian?
Greek salad.
What?
Greek salad.
Greek salad. Okay, Grecian. I knew that. Is this part of the special? Is this the hot Italian? I love this.
Yeah, because today's Wednesday.
Wednesday. I love these things right here. They are so delicious. If you have never had one, try it. What all's in it? Ham.
Ham, salami, pepperoni, provolone cheese, lettuce, tomato, onion, and banana nugget.
All right. So I need to start eating before we start talking about things, right? Hold on a minute. Look, yeah. I love that. I love that thing so much. All right. Before we get started, what are we going to talk about now?
Well, I had a quick question.
Yeah.
Did Auntie Wigs win at the hair show? Or are we still waiting for results?
No. So the hair show ended on Saturday, and she, or a Saturday, and she, she won quite a few categories. One she won was baby hair category. Do you know what baby hair is when it comes to?
I believe you talked about it a little bit last time, but can you refresh my memory?
Okay, so baby hair is that right here in the corner of people's head.
Right.
They get the baby hairs when they're young. When you get a little older, you have no business having no baby hair, even on the wigs, okay? Ain't no sense in having baby hair. Old crested thing don't sit there walking around with baby hair on it. So she won best baby hair, and these are not wigs. She had to actually do real hair. So she's in there doing the real hair. She got that award for that one. She got another award for the what they call it is something twist kind of hairdo. She got another one for creative style. She won like 6-7 awards with this. So she was doing pretty good. Of course, there was a lot of mess that went down while she was there, so I'm glad that she did.
What went down?
Oh yeah, man, there was a fire.
There was a fire?
There was a fire inside. Evidently, somebody had candles on.
Oh, a fire.
A fire. That's what I said. I said
well, your southern accent made it a little bit difficult for me to understand fire or fight, but I understand fire. Okay.
Excuse me. Fire.
I think that
Did
was
you
more my
quite
problem
understand
from
that?
hearing than your.
All right. So I will continue speaking like this since evidently my southern accent is not good enough for you and you can't really understand it. So I will say fire. Is that clear? Are we good now?
I think we're fine.
Yes, we're fine. Okay, good. I can't do that for long. Fine. All right, so they had candles. Somebody wanted to bring in some scented candles because they said it stank with all the chemicals and everything else. So somebody had some candles all lit up almost like an altar, like they were trying to worship something. And they had all the chemicals with the hairsprays, with this and this other stuff. And next thing you know, somebody's head went poof and their head caught on fire.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Head caught on fire. So they're running around trying to see if they can get, an extinguisher put on somebody's head. Instead, what they did was they got a wet washcloth and threw it on their head from like 20 feet away, and it landed right on it. Put it out.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm. And they're okay. Baby hair is all toe up, but they all right.
Oh, that's good. Well, I'm glad they're okay.
Oh, she was mad. She was hot mad about that.
Oh, I imagine.
But that's not the only thing she's mad about. So they were walking in. Evidently, you have to walk in front of the location to go around to go to the back and able to get in line for the show for certain things.
Okay.
And while they're walking in front, as she calls it, Big Hoof Heifer stepped on the Big Hoof Heifer stepped on top of the sewer lid, and it moved or something, and all of a sudden Big Hoof Heifer fell in, and she had just, they said, Auntie Wigs said that the best thing that happened was she had just had her nails did, and she must have paid more than $20 for the nails because she was able to grab on to the ladder thing so she didn't fall all the way in, but she still messed up her hair. So she climbs her, I know, so she climbs herself out of the sewer, ripped her dress, hair all toe up. And then Auntie Wigs is standing there yelling at her, talking about Big Hoof of Heifer. How you gonna sit there and not watch what you doing? Because I said, well, is she a big girl? She said, no. She's tall, but she big boned, so she got heavy bones. She's real slender, but she's just a big hoof heifer, as she puts it. And when she stepped on it, the weight just evidently just popped the lid off, and bam, there she went in.
Oh no.
So, but she didn't ask her, are you okay? She said, now I gotta go do my hair all over again. We got 5 seconds to be back on, to get on that stage.
Oh no.
So she was mad at her.
Yeah.
And come to find out, she's okay. She
That's
didn't get injured. Which,
That's
I mean, that's
good.
good.
Yeah. So very eventful.
Very eventful. For a hair show, I don't think it was that eventful, to be honest with you. I've heard stories.
Well, I'm glad she won.
True, however, thing that did cause a problem is she has a rival there who wins a lot. They had some words they had to share with each other. And they made a big scene about the situation.
Uh-oh.
You know, because one of them's like, oh, there's Auntie Wigs and her cheats. What she saw, her cheap crew.
She called her cheap?
Oh, yeah, they throw down. Ooh. They throw down. This lady's about as old as my auntie, too. She's got to be in her 70s, too.
That's crazy.
Called her cheap. Called her every name in the book you can think of. Called her the home wrecker.
Home wrecker? What?
Well, evidently I found out that Auntie Wigs was dating her man at one time. That's why they have the battle.
Ooh, it's getting juicy now.
Like back in the 60s or something.
While they were together, or?
I don't think the other lady and him were married at the time.
Oh, okay, that's better.
So that's what was going on.
Yeah.
So.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. Oh, Auntie Wigs has that all the time. Thanksgiving dinner one time. So this lady threatened to stab her. She said, oh, okay. Auntie Wigs did that to one time person too. She's like, okay, well, she walks into a dinner one time. She sees somebody she saw. She said, you dirty heifer, you the one took my man. And then here they are, taking out the dentures, putting it on the side, and they start rolling it. Auntie Wigs don't play.
Yeah.
She's an old school gangster.
She's not somebody to mess with.
No, she is not somebody to mess with.
I stand by my.
Well, she shouldn't have been messing with me to begin with. So
I stand by what I said, that we need to get down there and we need to interview her, have her on the podcast.
I talked to her about that.
What'd she say?
I can't repeat it. She's like, well, don't nobody really want to see me, on TV and stuff like that. She said, you the movie star, you the one to be on TV and stuff like that. And I'm too cute, and I don't want to be looking like that. It's just every excuse she had.
Well, I would love to have her. I know she listens, so.
She does.
Yeah.
She does. That's why she's always mad at me, because she says I spread her personal business around too much.
I mean, you did just tell her she was in your words, a homewrecker
No,
and
that's what the
got
lady
into
said.
a fight. Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
didn't call her no. Oh, no, I don't want to go to hell.
I don't blame you.
She was sending me straight. She got power. She got root power.
I believe you. Okay, I'm sorry that the lady said that she was a homewrecker.
I'm just saying, I can't be the one.
I would like to clarify that.
Yeah,
so
the
that she
lady
knows.
said it.
The lady
clarified.
said,
The lady
yeah.
said it.
We
So-
are not saying that.
So they get up on stage and they're accepting their awards, and Auntie Wigs started walking up. The other lady was already up there. Auntie Wigs starts walking up, and they all stand in this one line. And as they're walking, that lady put a foot out to trim my auntie.
No, she didn't.
That's that. These are coming like from other people. I'm getting out. All the stories are correct because everybody's saying the exact same thing. So Auntie Wigs said, "Okay, all right." So she goes around, and after she gets her, first award, she goes around. Then they line everybody up again for more awards, and then everything else. Auntie Wigs evidently had some. It's some kind of solution that will. It's like a detangler that you put in your hair.
Okay.
But if you have the curls done automatically, the detangler would take those out like real quick. And so she had one of her models had done up real tight curls and everything else. And so as she was walking up on stage with that model, Auntie Wigs took that detangler and squirted all in that lady's head.
You're right about gangster.
Before they got to the stage, because it was presenting, she's like, she messed her hair up.
Oh no.
I was like, that's not right. Oh,
These shows are cutthroat. These shows are cutthroat.
oh yeah.
They mean business.
She told me one time she went to one hair show back in the 80s, and somebody caught somebody's car on fire.
What?
On purpose. I was like, okay, you cheated. There's no way you won. So she put the caught the car on fire. Not Auntie Wigs, just somebody else. Yeah. So, if you ever decide you want to go to a hair show, and the nail show is the same way. You go to those nail shows, that's cutthroat.
Nail
The funny
shows?
thing is I grew up in that world, so
Yeah. So you're familiar with that?
I'm I'm familiar with the competitiveness of it. You'll have an owner one shot walk in and just will cuss everybody out. And then even Auntie Wigs was telling me, I don't remember this as a kid, but she said, there was a drive-by when you were a kid here in this stuff.
At a nail show?
Right in the nail shop.
What?
It ain't cute.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it. Like, I was thinking it was a good old time. Are you tearing the sandwich up?
Looking long, okay? Trying to eat the thing.
Oh, sorry.
When y'all gonna bring me food and then tell me I can't talk about it.
That's not
I'll
what
eat it.
happened.
So that's what happened with the hair show. And it's evidently she had other things that happened too. While they're there, like for example, when they got to the hotel, they had the reservation. And my auntie said, "Oh, that's fine. So I'll sleep right here in this lobby." She said, "You ain't getting rid of me." She said, "We put this hotel reservation in weeks ago." They found her reservation finally because she threatened she ain't going nowhere. The sandwich is so good, by the way. I just had to say it.
Talk about gangster. She's like, all right, I'm not leaving. I'm
Well-
going to sleep here regardless.
Well, I'm saying you need to go join some of them hair shows.
Should I? I don't know if I'd be very good at doing hair.
Who cares about being good at it? Just for the
Just for the drama.
just for the show.
Just the literal show. We should go to one.
I've never
We could
been
do a
to one.
podcast.
Or I think Iowa has them too.
Do they? We should look into it.
I gotta see. But I do know a couple of guys who attend the hair shows like that. But they do it for different reasons because there's so many women there. They go thinking they're going, it's date night. So they go to pick up a girlfriend. I ain't playing with it. That they go and they pretend.
Who cares
like
about the bar anymore?
Yeah.
Go to the.
Yes, you go. Where's date night? I don't know. But
Where's date night?
well, they were in Jackson. Was it Jackson, Mississippi? Joe, Jacksonville, Florida. They had one in Jacksonville, Florida, and they went and with the whole get up and everything else. They were pretending that they were going for the show. They pretend like they were hairdressers and everything else. And it just he met his future girlfriend that's now his wife like that.
What a beautiful love story.
Yeah, it's a love story. Yeah.
Yeah.
So and he even put on the wig and everything. Did his eyebrows.
It did everything. That's awesome.
No, we're a little too far.
Well, he was doing it for love. Is there too far for love?
At the time, it wasn't love he was doing it for, but we'll just leave it at that.
Fair enough.
Fair enough, exactly. But she said she had a great time, and she didn't win the big prize. The big prize, I thought it was $25,000, but it was not. It's like $50,000.
Oh wow.
But she did win a good chunk of money
Good.
with all the ones that she got.
That's awesome.
So I thought it was fantastic. I said, all right, well that means you can give your nephew some money. What?
Did she say no?
Click.
Yeah. That's no.
She's a master of hanging up the phone.
Now, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about Uncle Pork Bottoms and Auntie Wigs. What's Auntie Big Toe do? Like, what's her profession? We haven't talked about her as
Auntie
much.
Big Toe retired as a counselor in the psych ward, West Central Georgia Regional Hospital.
Oh.
And she was on one of the units where she would have to talk to grown folks about their problems and stuff like that. And she was the MANTZ trainer. It's like MANDTZ, I think it is, MANTZ, and it's self-defense. So she would train all the new counselors on how to, whoop somebody's rear end, and if they were touched and everything else.
So she's not somebody to mess with either.
She was not somebody. Now, I don't know if maybe the big toe was part of her self-defense thing. I don't know. Because, it's as big as a sword. So, who knows? But she'd be in there, and she didn't do lovey-dovey kind of counseling. I got to hit that. Hold on. She wouldn't do lovey-dovey counseling. She would tell me, because I visited one time, but I wasn't allowed to go into the units. I would have to just wait out to the lobby. But I heard them in there, and evidently they all would sit in a circle, and they all got a opportunity to talk about their feelings and all that. She was real quick to tell everybody, that's done. Why do you think that happened? Why did you allow this to happen? This ain't everybody. This ain't somebody else's fault. This your fault. So but of course, this was back in the 80s.
Right.
Where feelings aren't
Different time.
Mm-hmm. Feelings aren't a crutch like they are
Right.
today. Right. But she told this one guy, she's like, look here, you committed the murder. You're the one that did it. And I heard him say it was their fault. And she said, no, it wasn't. And then all of a sudden, she jumped up, went over there, and reenacted what he did. And he started crying. She said, "Oh no! There's no crying in therapy. There's no crying in therapy. Like there's no crying in baseball with Tom Hanks."
Oh my goodness.
So that was kind of cancer she was, just like when I was a kid. She was always like, no, you ain't gonna fall down and scrape your knee, and I gotta clean up your knee and cry about it. I don't think so. Get on in there and get a Band-Aid and clean that thing up. That was like the Big Toe.
A lot of tough love.
Is that what you want to call it? Tough love. It was something, all right.
To blame a murder you committed on the victims. Mm-hmm. I could see where she was coming from to an extent.
It wasn't even that. If somebody picked up the milk from their little refrigerator and dropped it, it was somebody else's fault.
Yeah.
And so she just didn't deal with that.
Yeah.
And she didn't deal with excuses about not going to therapy.
Yeah.
Because there was somebody that, because evidently it was a choice to go.
Oh, okay.
And so once you're there, if a day they're doing therapy and you don't want to go, you just didn't go. So she got there knocking on the door. She said, She said, lad, you better have diarrhea. And that diarrhea better be bloody before you can sit down and get out of this.
Yeah.
And then if they were finished with the therapy, what she would do is go over there and sit out at the bedroom door, outside the door, and do therapy there. And so she would sit there and go, okay, now we're going to talk. Why were you here today? That was not an excuse. You got cramps? I got cramps too. You giving me one right now.
I mean, you come from a long line of strong women, sounds like.
Yeah, I actually do. The men in my family, they are right. I got one side of my family where like all the men are entrepreneurs. They have their own business. They don't work for nobody else.
Wow.
Now I got another side of my family where they try to find every excuse not to work. You know, so it all depends on many factors. But I think they were all raised about the same. You know, they got spankings. They didn't believe in timeouts way back then, and everything else. So it's just, I mean, it is what it is.
Well, that's awesome. I'm glad we got an update on Auntie Wigs and
Auntie Big Toe. Oh,
Toe?
That's just one job Auntie Big Toe had. Auntie Big Toe was a truck driver one time too.
what?
Mm.
That's awesome.
She was. Evidently, Auntie Big Toe used to drive from Georgia out to California hauling vegetables. And she said that's where produce evidently was big money. So she was making like a lot of money, $250,000, $300,000 a year. Driving.
That's a lot of money.
Especially back in the 70s.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
When you didn't see women doing truck driving much back then.
Talk about a tough woman.
Talk about a tough toe. Because she said she would use that toe to anchor the pedals. And
She's creative.
okay, that's good. Hey, there you go. I like that. She's creative.
Very creative.
And but she did that. See, she was a truck driver. I want to say she worked for a battery company one time, where she had to actually get in there into the pits to clean the batteries for residue or whatever it is. I don't know what it was, a warehouse or something. She roofed for a while, so she was a roofer.
Wow.
She hinted at being a hit woman at one time.
Like, for...
Like bang bang for the mafia.
Okay, because, like, we have talked about it off and on, but, like, we're going to have to do a deep dive into the mafia.
Okay. If I deep dive and they come back and deep dive on me, then you know, we know who's
We'll
gonna be
have
at
to
fault
keep
for
it a
this.
high-level deep dive so that...
A highlight. What's...
so that poor Jennifer doesn't get a phone call one day.
Oh, thanks. So I'm worried about poor Jennifer. Where am I at in this situation?
Well,
Dead?
I assume. What do they call it? Sleeping with the fishes? Or the alligators and dinosaurs?
Okay.
You don't go back to Georgia that much, do you?
Here's the thing.
Are they still keeping
It
tabs
wouldn't matter
on
if I went back to Georgia. They would come get me and take me back to Georgia.
That's fair.
Yeah. That's fair. They don't have a problem coming and breaking in your house and snatching you up and going to talk about we're going to go out for a Sunday. You ain't going out for nothing.
You ain't going out. How disappointing. You really think you're going to get in a Sunday?
But no, Auntie Big Toe did that. Like, again, she hinted at it. I'm not 100% with the details on her end, but I have heard stories that she would tell.
Either way, I think that's pretty awesome.
Is it? Is it breaking the glass ceiling?
I mean,
Is that what it is? Okay.
she is a very strong, tough woman.
Okay. Well, she She's an irritating old bat now, but I mean, I'm tired of her and Auntie Wigs constantly arguing. I gotta be called up, every day about
I
it.
love that you're always in the center.
I'm glad you love it.
It's strictly from a nosy perspective. Like, if you're caught in the center, I get to hear about it.
Well, evidently I'm the favorite nephew on both sides. So,
Oh, what's it like? Another crown. Not only
No,
are
it's
you an
irritating.
actor, a radio host, you're also the favorite grandchild. Your life.
being the favorite grandchild, the first grandchild on that side of the family, the favorite nephew is one thing is, and I was told this by Auntie Wigs, is when I was 5 years old, I cussed her out like a sailor, and so she said I gained her respect. That was the reason why.
So you've had this title since 5.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. You've been wearing it quite a while.
Quite a while.
That's awesome.
But I think it's one of the reasons why she calls me up all the time and tells me their business. And puts me in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And all right, you know what? One of them was Auntie Big Toe was going to buy a brand new washing machine. And she wanted that brand new, what's it called? HQ or H, whatever, the kind that's supposed to take the special stuff, whatever. She wanted that. Auntie Wigs said, you don't need that. Just buy a regular one, it don't matter. Guess who had to be in the conversation?
You.
Yes.
Why?
Because evidently I wash more clothes than everybody on the planet. Jennifer won't even let me wash clothes because I mess it up.
But you're somehow the expert.
I'm the expert on everything.
Oh, okay.
So she'll call me up and she's like, Riggit, you know your Auntie Big Toe going out there and she's going to buy a brand new washer, and I'm trying to convince her she don't need to spend all that extra money on the HQ, HPPC, whatever it's called. Tell her. I said, I need more detail. And it all revolved around the type of detergent she went out and bought. She bought one detergent, and Auntie Wig said, that's not going to work with that one. That's specifically for
Right.
that. And so next thing you know, they at Stowe looking at brand new washing machines based off the detergent. And I'm not going to say which detergent it is right now. It's something I like. But
Unless they really want to sponsor the show.
if you want to sponsor it, go ahead. But so she, I'm about to choke. I got something stuck in my throat. This kid's killing me. Anyway, so they did. They went out shopping for a new washer based off of that. And so I was like, okay, well, what do you think about getting? She's like, well, I think it needs to have this. She wound up buying this high dollar one that she doesn't even use all the settings on. She pushes wash. It's already preset to the time and type and everything. Boom, that's it. I said, okay. It's like she went out and bought a brand new refrigerator that's got the TV thing on it and the internet and all that. She don't use it. And she's like, why do I have this? And it's weird. Even though Auntie Wigs has got all this money, she doesn't splurge.
Yeah.
Auntie Big Toe, she's got quite a bit of money too, but she splurges.
Fair.
So here they are. Auntie Big Toe went out and bought this refrigerator that's got that to where it's the kind of where you got an app on your phone, you can see what's in your refrigerator.
Fancy. I don't even have that.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss High Dollar Producer.
Do you
I don't
have
really-
it?
No, I don't, because I'm just a lowly talk show host. I ain't got no money.
Actor, talk show host, favorite nephew, and grandchild.
I ain't say after those two birds die, I ain't gonna have no money. I'm just saying at the moment. But I mean, why do you think I did the podcast? I get free food. I ain't got to buy my food. But yeah, it's that kind of where, and if you stand in front of it, you push a button or whatever it is, and it shows you what's inside the fridge. So instead of opening the door and looking inside and writing down what you don't have, you got to go out and buy this brand new high dollar thing that she don't even use. Because she's always at the store. I forgot what I was supposed to get. And Auntie Wigs would tell her, well, you got the app. You can look on. I don't know how to use that app. Then why did you get it? Because it's top of the line. Okay. Sucker. Did I say that quite well? Did I say that in an accent that you can understand?
Yeah, I heard
All right,
it that
sucker.
time.
Yeah, sucker. That's it.
Poor Auntie Big Toe.
Poor Auntie Big Toe did that to herself.
Well,
If I did that, that's what she would have said to me.
at least she has a washing machine and a refrigerator. So.
But her dryer broke.
Oh no.
Her dryer broke because she put seven blankets in the dryer, and the dryer overheated, and the heating core broke.
7 blankets?
7 heavy blankets.
How do they all fit in there? Is it a big dryer?
That's just it. My understanding, she had to duct tape the door closed because they was trying to push out.
Well, yeah, there was nowhere for them to go.
Exactly. So then what do?
Well, I would take out some of the blankets and do a smaller load.
She said she didn't have time for that. I said,
Is there a line you could hang them on outside?
Bingo. That's what I said. I said, you grew up with the clothesline. Why don't you do that? That is unbecoming of a lady. That's what she said.
Fair enough, I guess.
I said, all right. I said, please don't let Jennifer hear that, because then she'll be thinking that too. So she won't let me do laundry because I don't sort. I throw everything in one pile, every color. I don't segregate. I'm an integrator. All right. And so I integrate all the colors of the rainbow. And so when it comes out,
It looks like all the colors of the
when
rainbow.
it comes out, not the color it went in and look like. But that's.
I swear these socks weren't tie-dye before I put them in, but they are now.
She had a pink shirt, a green pair of shorts, and a whole bunch of other colors. And something happened, and everything turned out tan color.
Oh, no.
And she was hot man.
Yeah, I
So,
would be too.
From that day on, I'm not allowed to do laundry at all. That's been years ago. Plus, our laundry room is downstairs, so she doesn't like me climbing, going up and downstairs with my prosthetic legs.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
Does it?
I know you can go up and down the stairs, obviously, with your prosthetic legs, but it's probably rather safe than sorry. God. You're going to have to eat that salad now.
That was so good. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get off topic. Oh, good God, that was so good. So, yeah. Now, I'd rather do laundry than clean the kitchen. I can't stand clean the kitchen. And then she goes out and buys this. Oh, that's another thing. So she goes out and she buys this brand new Bosch, or whatever it is, dishwasher, all right? High dollar dishwasher. That takes 2 hours and 10 minutes to wash a load of clothes, or wash a load of dishes, when I can wash dishes in 20 minutes. However, I like the Bosch dishwasher because it.
And here you were making fun of Auntie Big Toe.
Okay, wait, but hold on. Number one, I had no say so over this. Jennifer just went out and bought it. She said, "I did the research. I'm the one that went on Consumer Reports. I did that. I did. You just looked at hues the color because you're pretty. All right, fine. So." And did I ever tell you the whole reason why we had to get a new dishwasher?
No.
We had to get getting
I love that you have to take a minute to compose yourself.
getting that dishwasher meant we had to put in a new floor in our house. So, and that's a whole new topic right there.
Oh, darn.
That we got about less than 3 minutes left.
We can go over a
Now,
little bit.
I'm thinking, all right, so we want to get a new dishwasher. I went out and I bought one. We got it into the house. Couldn't find out we couldn't get the old dishwasher out. And we're trying to figure out what's going on. So I had to have it sent back. Come to find out, we had to have replace the floor because the dishwasher was it was down, right? So when you look underneath, you see the floor line here, but then the dishwasher was like set down below that. We're talking, that's weird. So it wouldn't come out. So was like, okay, well let's get rid of one layer of the floor. Got rid of one layer of the floor. 4 or 5 layers later,
Why are there so many layers?
the previous owner thought he was a contractor.
Oh.
We even had floor siding as the countertop.
Oh, that's
It was
creative.
terrible. So finally got all that done. We had to use, and by the way, the top layer of the kitchen floor was that right there in the kitchen, that red square clay that you cannot break.
Yeah.
And so we had to get a company to come out with a jackhammer
Oh my goodness.
to jackhammer that off my floor to be able to do that. And we still have some of the tiles in the backyard. So, because I don't want to, if I threw it away, it might hurt somebody. So, we did that. Finally, we had the floor replaced. We bought the Bosch, if I'm saying it Bosch or Bosch, but we bought that. We put it in. It is a wonderful machine. I can't complain about it. All right, and I know why, because I'm jealous. Because she don't like me washing dishes no more. She said it don't get as clean as the dishwasher. I said, I know how to wash dishes, lady. Well, whenever you do, there's a spot. I said, when you put it in that dishwasher, there's spots.
Ooh.
Okay, all right. You can do it your damn self next time, then. Oh, I will. Unload and load. There it is. So that's it. And now we need to get another refrigerator because it don't match everything.
Maybe you should take Auntie Big Toe with you, and she can pick out.
And Auntie Big Toe
perfect-
got. Auntie Big Toe got. more
I mean,
money
if
than
you have
God.
that nice, expensive dishwasher, you're going to need a nice, expensive refrigerator to go with it, and who better to help you with that?
Well, here's the thing about this, the refrigerator we got now. Nothing works. So
So anything's an upgrade.
anything's an improvement. Well, look here. I'm Ricky. Thank you for joining us at Ricky's Big World. And I guess we're gonna leave the door unlocked for you. So come on in.